Imagine a quiet autumn night in China. The air is crisp, the sky is a deep, clear canvas, and hanging above the ancient rooftops is a full moon, glowing with a brilliance you only see once a year. Down below, families gather under its gentle light, their faces illuminated by the warm flicker of lanterns. A sweet, unmistakable aroma fills the air, the scent of freshly baked mooncake. This is the Mid-Autumn Festival, or the Moon Festival, one of China's most cherished and ancient celebrations. Tonight, let's take a journey together through its history, its legends, its customs, and its timeless meaning. The story of the Mid-Autumn Festival begins over 3,000 years ago, during the Shang and Zhou Dynasties. At its heart, it was a harvest festival for ancient farmers whose lives were tied to the cycles of nature. This was a moment to thank the heavens and the moon for a bountiful harvest. The full moon of the 8th lunar month was a celestial marker, signaling the end of summer's intense heat and the beginning of autumn's cool blessings. It was a time of gratitude and relief. As centuries passed, the festival evolved. By the time of the Tang Dynasty, a golden age of Chinese culture, it had blossomed into a major celebration for everyone, not just farmers. Temples were adorned with intricate lanterns. Poets gathered under the moonlight, composing verses to capture its beauty. And the festival became not only a time of thanksgiving, but also one of reunion, romance, and quiet reflection. But what truly brings the festival to life, what captures the imagination of every child and adult, are the legends woven into its fabric. These are the stories told year after year, carrying the magic of the moon across generations. The most famous of all is the tale of Change, the moon goddess. A very long time ago, the world was in peril. 10 suns blazed in the sky, scorching the earth and making life unbearable. A heroic archer named Hu Yi stepped forward. With incredible skill, he shot down 9 of the suns, saving humanity. As a reward for his bravery, the gods gifted him an elixir of immortality. But Hu Yi was deeply in love with his wife, Change, and he couldn't bear the thought of an immortal life without her. So, he gave her the elixir for safekeeping, choosing to remain mortal by her side. However, a greedy apprentice named Finmeng learned of the elixir and plotted to steal it. One day, while Hu Yi was away hunting, Finmeng broke into their home and demanded the elixir from Change. Knowing she couldn't defend it, and determined to keep it from falling into evil hands, Change made a split-second decision. She drank the elixir herself. Instantly, her body became weightless. She began to float, drifting up from the ground, through the window, and into the sky. She rose higher and higher, unable to stop, until she finally landed on the moon. There, she became the moon goddess, destined to live for eternity in a crystal palace. Her only companion was a small jade rabbit. Each year, when the moon is at its fullest and brightest, families look up at the sky, and they imagine they can see Change gazing down, her heart forever longing for her beloved Hu Yi. And what about that jade rabbit? Well, he has a story of his own. Legend says that the Jade Emperor, a supreme deity, disguised himself and his celestial court as poor, starving beggars and descended to Earth to test the virtue of the animals. Many animals brought them food, but the rabbit had nothing to offer but itself. In an act of ultimate selflessness, the rabbit leaped into a fire, offering its own body as a meal. The gods were so moved by this sacrifice that they rescued the rabbit from the flames and sent it to live on the moon, where it was granted immortality. You can see it there, forever pounding the elixir of life with a mortar and pestle. During the festival, Children press their faces against windows, trying to spot the rabbit's silhouette in the moon's shadows. There's another tale, one that ties the festival to a pivotal moment in Chinese history. During the Yuan dynasty, China was under Mongol rule. Resistance fighters, wanting to coordinate a rebellion, needed a clever way to spread the word without being discovered. Their ingenious plan was to hide secret messages inside mooncakes. These cakes were distributed to the Chinese populace with instructions to rise up on the night of the Mid-Autumn festival. When the night came, the rebellion was a success, leading to the overthrow of the Yuan and the establishment of the Ming dynasty. Ever since, eating mooncakes has been not just a culinary delight, but also a powerful symbol of unity, courage, and hope. So, with these stories in our minds, let's step into a typical Mid-Autumn festival evening in modern China. The centerpiece of any celebration is, of course, the mooncake. These are rich, dense pastries, perfectly round to mirror the full moon. The fillings are a universe of flavor. Classic lotus seed or red bean paste, a mix of 5 different nuts, or the famous salted egg yolk nestled in the center. A golden orb, symbolizing the moon itself. Sharing a mooncake and cutting it into wedges for each family member is a ritual. It's a way of wishing each other a life that is complete, whole, and happy. Next comes the main event: moon gazing. Families set up tables in their courtyards or on balconies laden with tea, seasonal fruits like pomelos and pears, and of course, mooncakes. They sit together, simply admiring the moon's serene beauty, sharing stories, and thinking of loved ones who might be far away. In Chinese culture, the full moon is the ultimate symbol of reunion, and gazing at it together, or even apart, creates a profound sense of connection. As night falls, the world is set aglow by lanterns. They are everywhere, hanging from trees, lining pathways, and carried by gleeful children. They come in all shapes and sizes, from traditional red globes to elaborate creations shaped like dragons, fish, or cartoon characters. In many places, a popular game involves solving riddles written on the lanterns. It's a fun, intellectual challenge that fills the night with laughter. These lanterns do more than just light up the darkness. They are seen as beacons that guide spirits and symbolize a bright and prosperous path in life. In some regions, the festival is a much livelier affair. You might hear the thunderous beat of drums accompanying spectacular dragon and lion dances. In places like Hong Kong, there's even a famous fire dragon dance, where a massive dragon effigy covered in thousands of glowing incense sticks wins its way through the streets. These vibrant performances are a communal expression of joy, meant to chase away bad luck and bring good fortune to everyone. The moon has always been a muse for China's greatest poets, and their words are deeply woven into the festival's soul. The Tang Dynasty poet Li famously wrote of raising a cup of wine to the moon, inviting its light to join him and his shadow to form a party of 3. But perhaps the most beloved lines come from the Song Dynasty poet Su Shi, who, while missing his brother, wrote, "May we live long and share the beauty of this graceful moonlight, even though we are 1,000 miles apart." This single verse perfectly captures the festival's spirit of shared connection, a sentiment echoed by families across China and the world today. When you peel back all the layers of food, lanterns, and legends, what is the Mid-Autumn festival really about? At its core, it's about 3 things: reunion, gratitude, and hope. The perfect roundness of the moon symbolizes the completeness of family, the circle of life. It's a time to be thankful for the harvest, for the people we love, and for the simple moments of peace and togetherness. And even when loved ones are separated by vast distances, Looking up at the same moon provides comfort and a feeling of being united under its silvery glow. Today, the festival is a beautiful blend of ancient tradition and modern creativity. Cities host dazzling lantern fairs with massive, glowing installations. Bakeries compete to create the most innovative mooncake flavors, from chocolate and ice cream to durian and coffee. Families living abroad send mooncakes across oceans, a tangible link to their heritage and a sweet message of love. In a world that's constantly changing, the Mid-Autumn Festival remains a steady, shining light, carrying thousands of years of history, love, and community into the future. So, on the night of the Moon Festival, when that full moon hangs high and bright in the sky, I invite you to pause for a moment. Look up. Think of Qing and her jade rabbit. Feel the collective warmth of countless families across the world, sharing stories, eating mooncakes, and whispering their hopes to the moon. This festival is a beautiful reminder that no matter how far apart we are all connected, sharing the beauty of the same moon. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more explorations into culture and history. See you next time.